Hello everybody, it's DAMM time again. DAMM time happy hour edition. I do have my beer going on here. So if you guys want to grab a drink and a pen and paper, come draw with me. Okay, let's see. We will get started, just giving a few seconds for people to see the live pop up and jump on. You like my little sign that I made to go here? So you come right on. You don't have to like stare at a blank piece of paper while I'm talking and waiting for people to jump on. Anyway, so, well, let's go ahead and just get started, shall we? So let's see, what can we do? I did a DAMM time this morning too, so I've already kind of did some mandala elements, which is leaving me at a blank for what to do next. So we'll just go with the old standards. My day has really kind of been off a little bit. Hello, Eve. Thanks for popping on. I've had one of those days that's just been a little bit off. I'm just going to start with some regular petals here. I mean, I've managed to get things done, but it's just taken a lot of focus and effort to trudge through and do the things that I needed to get done. Just one of those days. Those days are exhausting. And I like the days where you wake up and you're just like on it. You just go from like the minute you're up, like have your coffee and boom, you're just like taking care of stuff. I love those days. Thankfully, I have a good portion of those. But I do have my fair share of these days too, where everything is an effort. And let's see. Draw some more. Maybe we'll just stick with some basic petals at first. Kind of get into the groove a little bit. Focusing on my lines, starting and drawing the line and stopping. Keeping that mindfulness going. Helping me rein in my focus. You have those days too? Yes. Well, and it's morning for you in Australia. Are you having one of those days today, or are you having a nice, productive starting day? Hopefully it's a smooth going day for you. And hopefully I'll be back on track tomorrow. I don't know if it's, if you sleep wrong in those days. Sometimes I think it's like the dreams that you have. I remember a lot of my dreams, not now, late in the day, but, when I first wake up. And sometimes I think the dreams that you have kind of set the mood for your day a little bit. And if you have kind of, off dreams or crazy dreams or, the worst frustrating dreams. I hate those dreams where I wake up in the middle of I just feel frustrated. And so I think a lot of times that will actually affect my entire day or at least set the mood for the day. So I kind of start off on the bad, up on a bad foot. It's funny, my husband almost never remembers his dreams. Oh, thanks, Eve. Are you drawing one yourself, or are you just watching along? If not, you should try to draw one of these times. I save all of the videos on my timeline and in my photo albums. There's an album called DAMM Videos. So you can go back and do any one of them that you want. But yeah, my husband almost never remembers his dreams. It's so odd to me. I always remember dreams. I mean, sometimes more than others. But I rarely is there a morning wake up that I don't remember at least like one of the dreams that I was having for a little while. I also used to, and not so much anymore, but I used to have a lot of really recurring dreams, like the same dreams I would have over and over and over, which was really crazy. It doesn't happen as often anymore, but it used to when I was younger. Just all the time. There were several, and I had them so often I remember them now. And I don't know if you want to hear any of them. Maybe I'll tell one. So let's see, Eve, me too, weird dreams, what I have to say, positive. Oh yes, do you live alone, or so are you isolated by yourself? That would be so hard for me. I'm such a need to be around people person. I've never even lived by myself. I don't think I could. I would go absolutely crazy. I just need that energy from other people. But anyway, so one of the recurring dreams that I used to have, and I don't remember all the details anymore because it's been a while, but I do remember that I was walking on a pier, like just a long pier over the ocean, and there was, I think it was a priest that was out on the end of the pier. And the pier started falling apart and crumbling. And I started running back to, the ground, the beach or whatever at the other end of the pier. And as I got to the end of the pier, and I don't remember necessarily that my dream was all in black and white, but I do remember specifically when I got to the end of the pier, I saw a person, a lady I'm assuming, in red high heels, like high heel pumps, not like strappy stilettos or anything. They were like red high heel pumps, and that's really, there's probably a lot more to the dream. That's really all that I can recall that used to happen. But I remember I had that dream so many times when I was younger. So bizarre. And I suppose you can find a lot of symbolism in that. I don't know, who knows? I take all that kind of stuff with a grain of salt. But yeah, it's still fun to think about them. My husband loves to really critically analyze my dreams and be like, well, you dreamt that because this happened and you're thinking of this. And so I don't know. Oh, you did a mandala last night? Good. Let's see. What am I going to do? I have to keep track of time too because I have my my neighborhood sing-along tonight, and a couple of the girls got together and they want to do I don't know the song, but it's like one of the COVID parody songs. So it should be really fun. I actually live stream those on Facebook. So it's always really fun. Although lately Facebook's been a real turd and has been muting a lot of the music because they'll hear the kind of the radio in the background, and it's a sing-along, so we do it sort of karaoke style. So there's music in the background and we're all singing along. But if Facebook hears any portion of the actual music, they'll mute it. So it's kind of it's really a bummer. There needs to be a better way to regulate that. Because, I can see if you're playing music to have people listen to the music. But if music is in your background of your event, it seems so silly that they mute the entire thing because there's some music there. Hello, Cynthia. Nice to have you on. And anyway, so let's see, what are we doing here? I have been just absent-mindedly doing these while I've been talking, so let's see. I haven't even really been paying attention to what I'm drawing. It's hard for me to really have a mindful mandala while I'm doing these videos and talking at the same time. So I use it more as just like an instruction for you guys to kind of learn how to use mandalas as like a meditation time or a mindfulness time, by paying attention to the lines and the strokes that you're making. When you're actually making the lines, focus on the start. So you put your pen down, you're starting, you draw the line, and you stop. And so, obviously you don't have to say that out loud or go in slow motion, but just keeping those steps in mind really keeps your mind in the moment and in the action of what you're doing, and really makes drawing mandalas a very mindful experience. Let's see. Yes, I know. I live in Austin, Texas, which I don't know if you know is a huge live music. It's like the live music capital in possibly the world, but next to, I don't even know if there's a place that compares in the States. But like everything, when we first moved here, it's been about 3.5 years now. When we first moved here, I am not kidding you, we went to a local hardware store and they had live music, like a live band playing in the hardware store. It's absolutely live music everywhere you go. And so I am really missing that right now, because, like this time, well, springtime for us, fall for you in Australia, is the perfect time to go to, outdoor restaurants and bars and listen to live music. And so not being able to do that is a real bummer. And you notice I keep turning my page, and I don't do it all the time because it's kind of difficult with the camera, but turning the page as you draw really helps for just sort of ergonomics in your wrist, because these tendons get really sore when you're bending like this all the time. And so doing that, helps your wrist, but it also helps your line work, because you're kind of making the strokes in, the same movement, instead of trying to do them like this and do them like this, which, they can get really wobbly. You're, making sort of the same movement. And so your lines and your shapes will end up looking a lot better if you turn your paper while you're drawing. Let's see. 5:43. Okay, not too bad. Let's make some just curved shapes going up over here. Just open up this space a little bit. Give it kind of a nice soft exterior. And as you can see, these are very different, right? I am not focused on trying to make everything perfect. Hello, Kathy. How are you? Not at all think about trying to make things perfect. This is not what this kind of mandala is about. Which again is also why, and I should remember to say this at the beginning, that I recommend using pens, and not necessarily these pens, like Sharpies, ballpoint, whatever, but a pen instead of a pencil. Because when you use a pencil, your just tendency is to erase. When you make one move that's kind of crooked or off center or something, you want to erase it. And so that completely sort of defeats the kind of mindfulness purpose of drawing these mandalas. So drawing them with a pen really allows you to kind of just let go. And when things aren't perfect, you know what, they're not perfect. If they're crooked, you know what, they're crooked. That's fine. Just move on through the rest of the mandala. You can either, just ignore the one weird line that you have, or sometimes if a line comes out particularly like wavy or crooked or something, I'll actually incorporate that and make all the other lines around wavy or crooked to match. So you can kind of just determine, going around what you would like to do. And let's see, I have about 10 more minutes. So let's do some inside, some detail work on the inside. I am going to, let's start with just putting some little lines going up through our petals. Now this is going along the same idea of my line, like you have a start, you have a draw, but instead of a stop, you have a lift. So you start your line, you draw your line, and you lift. And that will just give it that kind of textured, I don't know if you can see the the tapered tip on these lines, which just gives it a much more sort of organic look, and is good for, making things look like flower petals or leaves or things. We can even do, inside these bigger petals, we can do multiples. And so it kind of looks like little petals of a flower unfolding. And they don't have to be the exact same on each flower petal. Like that petal was kind of small, so I only put 2. If you can fit 3, just whatever. Whatever happens as you're putting them in there happens. And let's go ahead and we might as well just put them in here too. We'll just go whole on flower petal here. It's like kind of a flower bloom opening up. I love the way that looks. This looks so soft and pretty and organic and botanical. It's amazing how just that little bit of line work makes a difference. It also, because it really concentrates the darker in the middle section here where the lines are kind of overlapping, it really gives it that depth to it. It works almost like a shadow in between the oh, hello, Sandy. I didn't see you pop on. In between the other petals. So it helps a lot in giving that depth between the layers of petals. Let's see. What am I going to do? Okay, let's go ahead and just do one of my favorite things, is making these into leaves. So just put like a line in the center, and then using that same kind of, start and lift action, we make the kind of veins of the leaf. So we start and draw and lift, and draw and lift, and lift. And so that will just really give it that tapered, very natural look to the line. Those are pretty. I love making leaves out of this shape. It's one of my favorite things to do in mandalas. Especially these mindful mandalas that, we're not trying to make high art or be perfect or anything. We're just trying to make, mandalas that are nice to look at. And so this is just a very simple and quick way of adding a lot of interest to the mandala. Tanny, hi, are you still watching? Did I miss you? I didn't see when you popped on. How are you doing? I swear it's so bizarre that that people who are so much a part of my life when I was younger, I just don't talk to, but we're connected on Facebook. It's really amazing. One of my favorite things about Facebook is just connecting with everybody that I maybe haven't spoken with in ages. Hopefully you're drawing a mandala with me. If not, maybe next time. I'm sure you have some nice mandala going on inside of you. Let's see. Oops, let me check time. All right, a couple more minutes. Let's see. Let's just do a little like teardrop shape in these, which is another one of my favorites. And then let's see. I think maybe I'll just kind of wrap up. So much more to fill in. I'm not going to be able to get to it all. So if you are doing this mandala and you want some ideas on how to fill in the rest, you can just either repeat some of the stuff we've done already or take a look at some of the other videos for other things that I've done inside the shapes, or just make up your own. Also, these can be, and I always forget to say this, these can be really great, just like coloring pages for yourself. So take your kind of skeleton that you've drawn for the mandala and actually just color it in like it was a coloring page. There we go. And one more. And then I will log off. So yeah, again, if you have, oh, hello, Heather. I'm actually just finishing up. But it's going to be saved on my timeline in my album, DAMM videos. So feel free to, look at it again and draw along with it. But I need to log off now. If you do draw a mandala, this one or any of the other ones, please share it either on my timeline in one of the comments on the videos, or if you're brave enough to share on your timeline, just tag me. And yeah, please share this video. Just, I'm trying to get these out to as many people as possible, just that, would like to either watch me draw mandalas or hopefully would like to, draw mandala themselves. Especially, in these times where we need that kind of, downtime, that time to really focus and have some meditation time or mindfulness time to, draw our minds away from, all the crap that's going on out there. And this really is very helpful for that. Hello, Kay. And wait, I said hello to Heather, right? People are popping up and I don't notice right away. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. And thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye-bye.